Hello and welcome back to the Ballin Sisters, and I am back with today again with the Fantasy Premier League and my team for game week number 5. Don't forget, today is the deadline for Fantasy Premier League, and the time at India time is going to be at 10:30 at night. But before we get into what team am I going to be playing, what defense, what upper midfield, what strikers, do I have any transfers in progress, anything of that sort. I would like to talk about my last week's game week number 4. It was a superstitious thing which I did last week. Went back to my my 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, and 2 in the front, and that did pay off. But I was slightly disappointed with Salah, Ramsdale, and Cancelo because Cancelo blanked. He gave me just 1 point. Ramsdale gave me 2 points because Arsenal couldn't keep a clean sheet. Salah in that 9-0 drubbing didn't even have a single goal. Jesus again gave me a point, but then yes, overall the performance of the team has been decent, and I really am struggling as to what changes should I do for this week. So before I touch into my game week number 5 team, this is what my game week number 4 team looks like. So I have my game week number 4 team as Ramsdale, who had given me 2 points, like I said. My back 5 consisted of Alexander Arnold, Cancelo, James, Cucurella, and Trippier. And they gave me ample amount of points. Arnold gave me 17, Cucurella gave me 5, James gave me 7, Trippier gave me 2, Salah gave me 6. He was the captain of the team. Martinelli gave me 2. Then Luis Diaz, the surprise package for me, gave me 14 the last week. And Jesus blanked again. It was a very tight thing. He may had a goal, but then unfortunately that was not the case. And then I had Haaland, who had a second half hat trick last week. My bench was just okay. I had Ward who had given me 1 point, Andreas who had given me 2 points, Murphy who had given me 1, and Greenwood who gave me 0 points. So I had this is what my team looks like. My game week points is 74. My game week rank was about 2 million. My overall rank has improved. Fortunately enough, I am up, like I said last week. Just now, we are getting into a very major crunch in the FPL. So we do have points which is going to be differential. A couple of points here and there is going to make a massive difference in ranking. And that is what it did. I had 74 points and my overall ranking was 4,37,000. That is better than what I did last week. Moving from last week to this week, I am most probably I am stuck because I've got 2 transfers. And I really don't know what should I do with it. And I would like your help, your support. Do let us now down know in the comments that what should I do, because right now I am in a fix. So right now what my mind says is that I am going to go with the same formation. That is 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, and 2 in the front. That's a 5-3-2 formation. I am going to keep Ramsdale because he's playing Villa this week. And that thing, I believe Villa, the kind of form Arsenal is in and the kind of form Villa is in, Arsenal may be able to get a clean sheet and Ramsdale might be able to give me more points than what he's been giving me in the past couple of weeks. But if not, I might remove Ramsdale and get somebody like a Mendy. I do have 0.5 in the bank. I might want to use it when a very rainy day kind of thing comes and want to use that. So that is, I am saving it for that time. My defense line has Alexander Arnold. I've got Cancelo, Cucurella, James, and Trippier. The biggest question is I have doubled up on Chelsea's defense with Cucurella and James. They are performing. Chelsea is performing, but then again, the thing is at the end of the day, how is that performance going to be coming up? Because they are playing Southampton, and the kind of performances Southampton are giving, and the kind of performance Chelsea are in with Kovacic coming back. Last time he played about 30 odd minutes, and I feel that this time around he will be back in the team. Chilwell was a surprise that Chilwell is still not fit. He just had a couple of minutes. I thought he'll be getting about 10, 12 odd minutes more than what he got last week. But then still Cucurella becomes, he's right now the firm favorite to be there. And with the signing of Fofana confirmed by Chelsea, now what is going to happen in his medical due? So what it does is that Fofana comes at the back for Chelsea, then you've got Thiago Silva and you've got Kalubuli. And that makes Reece James on the right wing back free to go do his runs. And that is the runs which is giving him a lot of points. And I will stick with James for a longest period of time as much as I can. To get into the fixtures, I wanted to see Cancelo because Cancelo's performance has not been great, and so has City's performances. I would like to stick with Cancelo for this week currently because they're playing Nottingham Forest. Further down, I really don't know will that suffice or not. I might like to change him in the coming weekend, but right now I don't see that happening because Nottingham Forest have a very tough away picture, and I feel that Cancelo will make those forward runs. They will be pressing, and I feel that Cancelo is going to be a big turning point for this week for Manchester City. If he doesn't do that, if he holds back, if he does anything on that sort, next week for sure Cancelo is out of my team, and I might bring in somebody else in place of Cancelo. I do have money in the bank, so I might look at somebody else in the defense, maybe a Saliba kind of a guy. We don't know. I really don't know. I'll think about it later during this week and how does the performance of Cancelo and the rest of the team happens. Trippier, on the other hand, has been giving out points. He's given in the first 3 game weeks 7-7-6 or 7-6-6, and he's been performing brilliantly for now the past 4 game weeks. Fourth game week, yes, it was just mere 2 points, but other than that, he's performed brilliantly. And this week, I expect him to perform equally well with playing against Liverpool. I don't see that both Alexander Arnold and Trippier both giving me points quite a lot. Maybe with the forward runs, maybe with something else in the bag for me. Moving from my backline, going into my midfield, I've got Salah who's playing Newcastle at home. We've got Martinelli who's going Aston Villa at home, and we've got Luis Diaz. I don't want to change the winning combination of the team. Salah, yes, he's been blanking, and with his movement towards more towards the back and then towards the front, I am now questioning my decision of keeping Salah still. I might want to dispose him off by the end of this week or maybe by next week because he is not performing. He's no more the center puzzle. You've got Darwin Nunes who might come back. He'll be one person ahead, and also you've got Luis Diaz who's doing a bulk of running over there on the other side. So Salah is right now getting overshadowed by these two people quite a lot. And Bobby Firmino, obviously, last week we know what wrecking havoc he did last week. Only 340 people had Bobby Firmino, and that too, a lot of them triple captained him. So Bobby Firmino was a punt which people took, and it did pay off for a lot of people. But for me, is not in my team. I really don't see him as an out their goal scorer. So I am just going to be keeping away from Bobby Firmino for the time being. But other than that, my midfield remains the same. Martinelli's performance has been fluctuating. So I might have something in the bag right now. I might think that I might want to switch over from a Martinelli, but then it seems very difficult right now. I might go in for an Odegaard, but then Martinelli's performance has been brilliant. Odegaard is there. But then like for like replacements, I really don't know should I be doing it right now or not. But then the remaining two Liverpool players, Newcastle and Luis Diaz, sorry, Salah and Luis Diaz both playing Newcastle. I feel that it is going to be a very tough game, and they might give me some points going ahead for this week. Other than that, my forward line remains the same. I've got Gabriel Jesus, I've got Haaland up front, and expectations are quite high again from Manchester City that Haaland is going to be performing. But I am still skeptical that Haaland will give me. I should be making him the captain because I really don't know if he is going to be scoring or giving me that much amount of points for me to take that punt over Mohamed Salah. So that's why I am keeping my fingers crossed that Mohamed Salah will fire and give us a lot of points. That's why that is my decision that I'm not keeping Haaland the captain. But then if you guys want to take a punt in terms of Haaland, please go ahead and do it. It might pay off for you guys. But for me, I am still going with Salah. And on the other hand, I have Gabriel Jesus. He's performed, but off and on. This week again, I would like to see how is he performing. Will he be giving me points or not? And with the kind of performance Arsenal is giving, I feel and another point blunder or a point, it is going to be a point parade happening this midweek. There might be a lot of changes which may happen. What may happen is that for Jesus as well as Haaland, that City might go outright on the attack, play him for about 60, 70 minutes, get him to score a couple of goals, and then take him down, take him off and put him on the bench so that he can play again over the weekend. But then right now, I really don't know if that will happen or not happen. It all depends on Pep Guardiola and his Pep Rule. Coming to Jesus, yes, like I just mentioned, Gabriel Jesus is one of the outright scorers for Arsenal. He's performed, but not to an extent where he will be out there. So a lot of expectations are there from my end toward Gabriel Jesus because he's there, right, to tap it in and all of those things. He might score and he might be on the score sheet this weekend against Aston Villa because the kind of performance Aston Villa is giving, I really don't see them scoring. And Arsenal, yes, scoring, or for that matter, taking away 3 points. And somewhere I have that hunch that Gabriel Jesus Martinelli will be out there on the scoring sheet this week, either in an assist or as a goal scorer. My bench remains the same as Ward, Andreas Pereira, Murphy, and Greenwood. I would still like to have a switch in between because otherwise I'll burn out my two free transfers which I have right now. I'm yet to decide on what is to be done. I might move Cancelo and bring in somebody else at a lower price range and save some more amount of money and keep that in the bank. I might go in for a Saliba who might be slightly cheaper, or a Thiago Silva for that matter. But I don't want to triple up on a Chelsea defense right now, and I don't see that happening. So that is what I feel, and this is what my team is going to be for this week. I will catch you guys next one in the next week for the transfer of game week number 6. So do like, share, subscribe, enable the notification, and let us know in the comment section below of what are your thoughts as to on my fantasy team. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.